Yo, Wave Week. I don't even know what week we're on. And I was supposed to record another episode like last week, and I just didn't. I'm sorry. But hey, the main channel's still going strong and out. You feel that? But yeah, right now, you know me, weekly fucking errands I'm running, and I was like, all right, time to vlog. That's really why I like be pushing even to do my errands. Cause if it wasn't for y'all, I probably wouldn't even be doing shit. I'd probably be in the crib right now, getting ready to stream. But it's like I know I got this vlog shit that I gotta do to help me keep my consistency, and I have to upload 50 vlogs no matter what, which I will do. I was gonna upload a vlog just talking, updating my goals and shit, but I just kept pushing it off and off, streaming and editing and doing YouTube videos and shit like that. So that's why I never got around to it. I honestly ended up forgetting, and that's on me though, my fault. You feel me? But we're here anyway. I'll probably record that vlog maybe sometime this week, hopefully. Saturday. Today was a decent day. Last night I, took the day off. I've been chilling on Fridays because that's the thing. I'm not trying to get burnt out, even though, again, I don't do a lot of work and I don't stream very often because of the simple fact that I have to upload YouTube videos. And also, it's not like I'm letting people down when I don't stream. I'm trying to build that audience to stream. So it's like streaming every day isn't the method. You feel what I'm saying? So I'd rather stream 3 times a week rather than what I originally planned on doing was like 4 or 5, because then I have more time to actually edit and get content out in other avenues, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I've just been on, not streaming as much, just trying to stay consistent. And that was why I even started this vlog, so it could help me build like the consistency of uploading videos on YouTube and editing. But these don't even really get edited like that, besides the first one-ish. And oh yeah, also that, so I can learn how to talk to a fucking camera. I remember when I would go on long breaks of filming, and then something would come up, and I would like go try to do a video with my friends that I used to have. I would like try to record, and it would just be so awkward. Cause I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like I haven't done this shit in so long. Even though like I'm low-key natural, it just be feeling like, there's dead air, dead space. It's like, I don't know. I remember one time I hadn't done my intro. Like I stopped doing my intro. I used to have an intro. It was like, yeah, it's your boy Wavy Just, you heard. Like, and I just thought that was cool. But now I low-key think it's cringe. Maybe that's why. But I remember I'd pick up the camera and I tried to do my intro and I couldn't do it because it was actually like just so cringe. And it's crazy because I only made the intro like 2 years ago. So it's like, damn, nigga. But it is what it is. Hey, chill out, But yeah, so that's that. So I'm back on here. What's been going on lately? Just grinding. YouTube. Been doing decent. Just uploading videos, trying to upload at least like a couple times a week. Not go too long without posting. That's really the main thing. And just trying to like, find my niche, find clips to post for content. Yeah, that's really it. I'm back reacting on not, I wouldn't say unfortunately, but nobody wants to be a react only person. I want to do fun shit. And I know I have the potential to do more. I'll be watching streams, and it's like that parasocial shit I'll be talking about, where it's like I'll watch streams and be like, nah, what would I have done in this situation? Or like if I was here, I would have said this, or like I could have been mad funny in this situation. But hey, nigga, you're not in that situation, buddy. You're at home reacting to vlogs and shit. So stick to that, fuck nigga. But yeah, that's just for now though. Everything should change by the end of this year, or I'm unplugging. So I was talking to Z Flock, my last remaining friend, the other day. He had some plans to doing some shit with his other content friends that he met through me, actually, LOL. But I don't really, it's not really my crowd. So I was just gonna let him have that. But then he wanted me to like pull up for one thing, and I was low-key down, but I don't know if I'm still down, because this is the type of person I am. It's not really my crowd. I'm more of a to myself type person, which is why I don't really stream with people and or do collabs. Like I have a couple people that I've known for a minute in this content shit. Like if they ask me to do something, I'll do it. If they really need somebody like last second, like when I did I did like a dress to impress segment on my one friend's stream, just because he needed a person. And I was like, fuck it, I'll judge it. And I just hopped in there. But I just did that because I fuck with him, I wouldn't actually do that myself or reach out to people, type of guy I am. But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do it with him real quick. He need help. He's a great fucking guy. Why not? But other than that, collab's not really my thing. One sec. BRB. All right, y'all, I'm back. Put my clothes to wash and shit. You feel me? But basically, as I was saying, I don't even remember what the fuck was I saying. Talking about my week, talking about what I've been doing. Ooh, that was close. I didn't like that. One bit, not one bit, not the one bit. Let's turn on this way. Diamonds in my ear. Sometimes. Tweaking? I'm not tweaking. The fuck, shawty. But as I was saying, yeah, just been trying to find my shit to do. Talking to my friend Zephyrus about plans on doing content. He had some plans with some other niggas, but then shit started to fall through. Shit, get wishy-washy. There's always some inconsistent shit with them. But those his people, so I can't really tell him what to do. But I kind of want to have like just me and him just do shit. That's literally my last friend left. Shout out Z Flock Trend. Funny enough, my other friend that I had just came in my chat trying to dick ride me and shit. And him and his other friend that I'm also not cool with. They just came in my chat for like the third time trying to dick ride me. Had to ban both of them niggas. You're done, you're done, you're done. I think they miss me. But I'm the type of person, when I stop fucking with somebody, you will never see me reconcile. Ever. Like, I just don't. Like, that's not even like, like that, how people be rubber banding, like friends or like even people, like, mostly it's like in relationships. Do that shit as a friend, you gay, nigga. I remember that friend that I stopped being friends with, we had another friend. Well, it wasn't, see, this is the thing, like, I met a lot of people, or I'm not gonna say I met a lot of people, but it's like, through me doing shit with him, like, a lot of times it involved his friends when I came back out here, because obviously, like, well, I mean, y'all wouldn't know, but I lived out here for my whole life, and then for a time period, I moved to a different state, and then I came back after high school, just because, like, he was, like, my last friend left, to do content with. So I moved back here so I could do shit, because where I was kind of isolated, and I didn't really have nobody to do anything with, so I came back to do shit with that person. But, like, all the people I went to high school with, I don't really talk to them, like, I don't at all. Like, not like we're not cool, but it's like, I wouldn't consider myself friends with anybody I went to high school with at all. Like, damn, that's actually crazy. He was my only, like, that was like my only friend from high school left, you know what I mean? So, I came out here to do shit with him, and then obviously he had his own friends that he was cool with, and like he would introduce me to them, but it's like I never was friends with those people just because like they weren't my people, they weren't my type of people. And like me and him, I would say like we were the closest. Like I was closer to him than he was with his other friends, or so I thought, until, you feel me, shit get crazy, man, snake you out. But it's like, I'm not really a trusted person. So like even like Zephyrus, like my last friend left, like I've known Zephyrus since I was in like 7th grade, and I met him off of Xbox, which is insane because he met my whole family alongside the other guy. But yeah, it was like even then, like I think Zephyrus is a pretty trustworthy guy. I don't think Zephyrus will ever snake me, but I don't trust anyone 110%. The only person I ever trusted 100% was my mother. I don't really trust people like that. Like I definitely don't trust my father. That guy's a terrible person. I'd say I trust him like 60%. Like I don't think my dad would screw me over in his brain. You know what I mean? Like in my brain, I'm like, wow, you just fucked me over. Which is like, wow, I'm not really like that close with him. Like I feel like he fucked me over, but in his head, like he justifies it in his head. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he maliciously goes out his way to fuck me over, but it's like, if he could live with it, he'll live. You know what I mean? And like same thing with Zephyrus. Like I don't think Zephyrus would ever maliciously try to fuck me over, but Zephyrus just fucks with a lot of people that I don't fuck with. So, and I know he's really close to them. And not saying that like these people I have problems with, but I just don't, it's just like too much shit, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. That's my boy at the end of the day. But yeah, even with that other person I was talking about, like with that person, I would say I trusted them like a little bit less than Zephyrus, just because like through me being friends with them, there'd been situations where it's like, I don't think they ever maliciously did something to screw me over, but I think it was just like, actually, yeah, like they just like, like I would say like betrayed my trust. Like I don't really trust people, and I don't like liars, and I don't lie. I'm not gonna say I don't lie at all, or like I've never lied before, but it's like I'm very honest because I feel like me, like, my thing is, like, if I'm honest, or, like, if I lie to you, like, it's, like, when you lie to yourself first, you know what I mean? Let's say, if, hypothetically, if I want to, like, misrepresent myself to a girl so she could like me, I'm changing who I am for her to fit, like, to fit her image or whatever, or for her to gain her likeness, and I'm lying to my true self, like, you know, who I truly am for this person. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I look at it. So I look at that with, like, almost everything through that lens. Like, I don't like lying, because for you to lie, first the lie starts with you lying to yourself before you lie to anybody. So that's just my whole thing on it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just how I feel. So yeah, so like with that person, there was just times where they just did like little, you feel me? And there was definitely red flags, but you know, this was my impression, like, cause this person's definitely done some shady shit to people that he was friends with, that I wasn't friends with, and I would think that he wouldn't do those type of things to me. And I would kind of encourage him, which is maybe this is karma, if you believe in that. I don't believe in karma, but like, maybe like I should have seen it coming. Like, I just thought I was like a tier above those people, so the things that they would do to those people, they would never do to me type shit. That was my mindset. Guess I was wrong, but that's just how I saw it. So that's why I never really expected that, especially too with like preemptive warnings of like, yo, don't ever do this, don't do things like this. I kind of thought there was like an understanding, which I think there was. I just think whatever their desires were trumped, you know, my understanding, or like, it was more of a, like, it wasn't an understanding, or no, it was understanding. Cause like, okay, this is how, like, I have to say it without really saying what it is, but like, if I'm friends with you, right, and you tell me something that you don't like or that you wouldn't want me to do, even if I don't think, like, if I wouldn't care if you would do it to me, I would respect that you don't want it done to you and I wouldn't do it to you. You know what I mean? It's like, let's say if someone's like, I wouldn't want you to shit in my bathroom. I'm like, bro, that's weird. I would let you shit in my bathroom. It doesn't matter. If they don't want you to shit in their bathroom, you shouldn't shit in their bathroom, even if you would let them shit in your bathroom. You know what I mean? That's a terrible example, but that's pretty much the situation. It was just like something where, like, they didn't think it was that deep. The people around them didn't think it was that deep. And I told them, even if you don't think it's that deep, I'm personally telling you, don't do this. And they did it anyway. That's kind of just what it was. And that was the thing too, like, we used to be at odds with shit, like, not situations like that, but just like shit where it's like, we'll have conversations and we'll have disagreements, and it'd be like, if I asked anybody, like, that I know this, they would agree with me. And it's like, bro, this is my thing. Hey, y'all let me know if this is ego. I genuinely feel like in this situation, or like with that person, I was way smarter than them, personally. And I feel like I was leagues above everyone they were cool with. You know what I mean? Or like, I just had better understandings of certain things. Let's say that. You know what I mean? And I think one of the strongest things in the world is two dumb niggas compared to one. Because let's say we're in a group of three, right? And we were a group of three sometimes with Zephyrus. If you disagree with me and you go as Zephyrus and Zephyrus agrees with you, you're going to feel like what you're saying is more valid. You know what I mean? That doesn't make you right, but since you guys both agree, you'll feel like you're right. You know what I mean? And it kind of justifies. And that was kind of the situation where it was like, he would talk to another person and probably told him, yo, it's not that deep. And yeah, what he did, he told another person that he was friends with, and that person told him it's not that serious. And then they didn't tell me until like a year later. And then when I found out, they both try to like kind of gaslight me and say like, bro, it's not that serious. If you did it, I wouldn't care. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. I do. And I told you, hey, you feel me? So it was like, it was on that type tip. So yeah, that was kind of just what it was at that point. So yeah, it was just like one of those things. So yeah, with that, it was like, damn, you know, I didn't think they were a super trustworthy person or a person to be trusted. I thought they were decent enough to be trusted, and I thought I was high above in their, like, I thought our friendship was stronger than the other people, that the things they did to other people, they wouldn't have done to me, which probably isn't the greatest way of thinking, but, you know, I just thought it was like, you know, it'll be all right. But yeah, that was too far. So, you know, I had to go my separate ways with them, you know. But yeah, then they, like, him and that person that was like also trolling me, they both came into my chat and like was pretty much, I guess, like saying, like, the one guy was like, oh, I know you miss me or whatever, like just some stupid shit. Yeah, so unfortunately that was something that I guess they thought it was funny. It wasn't really funny to me. Kind of strange. So I had to ban both of them. Because like I said, anytime I'm friends with somebody and we're not friends no more, you know, we'll never be friends again. That's just the type of person I am. I've had plenty of situations like that where it's just like, you know, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, keeping the blame on you. Go out on some J. Cole shit. It's like, I just can't. I remember one time I was out with that person, that friend, and another friend that we had, and you know, he had situations with that friend that kind of could have gave me insight on what he was gonna do to me in the future. But you know, I thought, hey, you fuck with me more than you fuck with this guy, and that friend ended up being so yeah, you know, that's just one of the reasons why I couldn't be friends with them. And then another reason was we were supposed to go somewhere on a trip all together, and I tried to do him a favor and pretty much not fly straight to where we were going. I was gonna meet him where he was at and then drive with him because he was gonna drive to where we were going. I tried to do him a solid, and then turns out the person had a warrant out for their arrest. So damn, that's unfortunate for her. So they couldn't go anymore, and instead of them paying for the flight that they said they were gonna refund me for the flight that I bought to meet them there. But also this happened like literally the day or 2 days before the trip. So hold on, I'm back. Picking up an order from somewhere, so I had to attend to that. Make sure she doing my shit straight. And my shit straight, bitch ass nigga. Okay, she just slammed the fuck out my trunk. But she did her job, and that's all that matters, right? Okay, I just had to make sure my mic was on. That shit was not moving like it was on. Damn, this shit is mad low. I'm back outside. But anyway, so yeah, I had that situation where I tried to look out for that person and fly to where they were and then ride with them because they were gonna drive to where we were going. It was in the States. And that person found out they had a warrant out for their arrest literally like 2 days before. So I paid like $200 for the flight to them, and they were supposed to pay me back for it. And one thing about me, I'm not the type of person to ask you to do something for me, you know? Like, if you say you're gonna do it, I'm not gonna beg you. I'm not gonna chase you. I'm gonna just take your word for it because we're friends. You know, I was friends with that person since middle school. So it's kind of like, all right, you just kind of fucked me over, but shit, if you're gonna cover the flight that I just paid for, that I can't get my refund for, because like, one thing about me, I'm not getting no flight insurance. Like, I'm sorry. If you're gonna cover this, then there's no issue, you know? You cover this $200, and then I ended up paying over $1,000 to get to where we're going. We're going to Miami, I'm gonna just say. I paid over $1,000 to get to Miami, you know what I mean? Which is insane. So, you would thought I was flying to motherfucking Cuba, my nigga. So yeah, it cost me $1,000 to get to Miami, which is ridiculous. Because the person canceled 2 days before. Well, it's not like he canceled, you know, some shit happened and he couldn't go, which is like, okay, sucks. It is what it is though. You know, I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt though. And it's just like, yo, just pay this $200 for this flight that I just missed because of your bullshit. And I'll just pay this $800 to get to Miami. And that's all you had to do. But he didn't give me my $200. Then I found out he said some shit about me that came from the other person that I was friends with venting to him about something, and then he said something super offensive that I will not say. And then also, this was later after we stopped being friends, but yeah, I found out and the person I was friends with was like low-key going on two-man swim on some weird shit. So it's like, what are you doing? Lock in, you know? But hold up. Gotta get gas real quick. BRB. Sorry, I'm back. It's cold as fuck. But yeah, that was just one of the situations that I experienced where it was like, you know, our friends again. So, you know, people just, you know, when people show you who you are, or who they are the first time, believe them. You know, that's my takeaway from all this. Just believe people when they show you who they are. Don't, you know, try to go back. And those are two people that, you know, once they did those things to me, I was just like, okay, yeah, you're not a friend. You know, and it was just, that was the end. That was the end of it. That's all she wrote. Let me go get my gas. But yeah, that was just, you know, those were just two situations where it's like, I can't look back on this. I gotta, you feel me? I put me first, Lucien. Yeah, I just realized, Kanye really remixed that shit. That bit where he said, I put me first, Lucius. I gotta put me first. And then Kanye turned that shit into, I gotta put me first, Lucien, talking about Lucien Grange. What do y'all think about Kanye? I've been seeing Kanye with academics and shit That nigga low-key wildin', but hey man, he made graduations ugly. Yeah, that card's starting to expire. I ain't gonna lie, that method low-key not hitting no more. The Kanye made graduation method, that shit might have got patched. I ain't gonna lie, the way he talking about Nazis and, you know, I understand some of the angles where he's coming from, but it's the way he executes, you know? Like the idea, it's like, okay, wait, this is kind of fucked. Maybe you do have a point here. Maybe this, you mean? But then he's like, okay, now fuck these people, fuck this person, fuck their kid, fuck my wife, fuck her mother. I'm like, oh, whoa. Come on, man. Like, you still got kids with the woman, man. You know, it's a little extreme. And, you know, it just makes him look insane because none of these people are saying anything. So even if the things are going on behind the scenes that we don't see, just like the way he's coming at it, like with the Cardi shit. Cardi, my favorite artist. But he kind of has a sort of an angle where it's like, okay, Cardi left Ye off his album because Ye was wildin', understandable. Then he raps about Skims, which is like, Kanye's looking at it like, why are you shouting out my baby mama? But it's like, nigga, it's just Skims. All the hoes like Skims, gang. He rapping about relatable shit. Maybe he not thinking of it that deep, but you are, and you feel me? Okay, maybe that's just my bad. You know what I mean? And then like Kim Kardashian posts about Cardi, and Northwest likes Cardi, so then Cardi is just, you know, Cardi's posting more than he has in the last 10 years, my nigga, and the last fucking 3 weeks. Yeah, you know, Cardi posts like, reposts Kim Kardashian, and it's like, yo, send me North's vocals or whatever the fuck. And then Ye's like, how the fuck you gonna ask for my daughter's vocals, but you leave me off the shit? Which is understandable. So it's like, okay. But then when he starts going extra hard, it's like, eh. And then Cardi said, yeah, shut the fuck up. And that shit got like 500,000 likes. That's just aura. So, but back to what I was saying. Yeah, so when people show you who they are, you know, I'm the type of person who's like, okay, bet. Don't believe him. Or believe him. You know what I mean? And we'll never be cool again. Because that's the thing, like, I know this is like a brain dead thing that people say, but it's like, you know, I came into this world alone. Which is like literally true. Like, I don't need friends. Like, you know, I was the only child growing up. You know, I was like really super quiet most of the times, unless I really was like comfortable and I just felt like talking up a storm. Like, if you were my close friend, you know, like I will literally exceed the word count. Like, I'm like class clown when I'm super comfortable. But other than that, in other situations, like I have no problem not talking to people. Like, I have no problem being quiet. And, you know, I live alone. I don't go outside. I go to work, come home, stream, play FIFA sometimes, edit. And, you know, just chase my dreams. And it's like, you know, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with putting off, you know, other shit. And the only thing is now it's like my only friend that I had snanked me. So it's like, now I don't really have somebody to help me do IRL content. So I'm paying $100 a month for a wireless hotspot. Or, yeah, is that what it's called? I don't know, mobile hotspot that I'm not using. And I'm also paying like however much for a monthly extra for my streaming phone that I'm also not using, which is like, you know, not ideal, but it's like I'll manage. You know, when I came back to streaming after I took such a long break for the summer, my thing was like, yo, I'm gonna do something IRL every weekend. That was the plan. But it's like, now I can't do anything at all because I have no one to do it with. I could get on some extra Emily shit and just do my POV, but you know, that shit not gonna hit how, like, you feel me? So it's like, okay, fuck it, I gotta go back to the drawing board like I was when I was doing desktops and I was living in Connecticut, you know what I mean? But now I have more knowledge and I have, you know, better ideas of what to do for content and what type of content I actually want to do, because that's another thing. I was also scrambling. And it's like, I don't really care about when I blow up. I know I will. And I don't really want to do things that's not me. Like when I was in Connecticut, I was doing all different types of content, just trying to find something that sticks. And it wasn't even about what sticks, it's more about what I enjoy. And like even now, I try to do girl content, and girl content works. But it's like, not now, but like last year or the year before that, I was trying to do girl content, and that works, but that's not me, you know? Like, I don't really care, I never cared about girls like that, like, you know, like even in my personal life. So why would I pretend to like girls for content? And even through the content, you could kind of see that I'm not enjoying it. I'm not a fucking Riz Lord. Like, I can Riz pretty decently, but that's just because, like, my Riz comes from, 1, being witty, and 2, being confident, and 3, not caring. You know, when you overly care about the outcome, or you're really trying to get something out of this girl, you might be nervous and fumbling. I just don't care, so I say whatever the fuck I want, because I don't give a fuck, because this is not real. It's just content. Like, it literally is just content. I know niggas be hitting that, that's my friend, it's content, it's just a stream. But with me, like, it really, really is, because I generally don't really care about, you know, entertaining women or being around women. That's never been me, that's not me. So it's like, I could do it for content, but then it kind of got to a point where it's like, not only do I not enjoy doing this, does it take a lot of work to do this? the content is kind of oversaturated, especially with girls that are down and do content with somebody who doesn't have much viewers. They've done content with the entire state that they live in. It's just like, this isn't me, so why would I even portray this image? I'm very particular on my digital footprint because I know I'm going to be big one day. And it's not even on some like, I'm scared to do what I want to do because I don't want people to judge me. It's like, this isn't me. So why would I pretend like this is me? This is real. This is me. You feel me? So it's like on some Demi Lovato shit. It's like, why not just do what's actually me? So, you know, what's me is cracking jokes, breaking shit down, being kind of like intelligent, and just my sense of humor. You know, that's me. That's Wavy Just. Wavy Just isn't running down on hoes and doing e-dates and rizzing this and telling girls all types of crazy shit for shock value. And you know, that's not me. That's never been me. You know, so that's my thing. Be myself and make content that I could look at and not think like, now I have to delete this one day. Or like, I have videos like in mind that are still getting views to this day that I'm gonna delete one day because I don't want that to represent me. Like, I don't want that. It's not an accurate representation of who I am anymore. Or even back then, who I was doing shit that I was trying to be a certain type way, or I was trying to go up like that, you know? So like, that shit gotta get scraped, and that's just life. You know, you live and you learn. So that's that on that. But I should still got 5 minutes in the wash, twin. I still gotta go to Wasmeezy. I get out of Walmart at 8:30. I could be back. Could probably be back to Street at 9:30. That's my goal, to get home, to be back to Street at 9:30. I parked badly. I can't move. Guess not. But what was I even talking about before this? Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if that's what I was talking about, but yeah. Hopefully Zephyr's friends keep failing him, so me and Zephyr's can move in together. Even though Zephyr's smells like Chick-fil-A sauce and he's a fucking dirty monk, you know, it'll be worth it in the end. That's my boy. You know, I feel like we could really make some shit shake together, hopefully. And that's kind of my goal right now, live with my boy Z-Flock. But other than that, today's Saturday. Barca and Real Madrid both played today. Real Madrid lost. I was gonna wake up to watch them, but I stood up a little bit too late, so I wasn't able to wake up for it. Real Madrid lost 2-1 to fucking Valencia. Thank the Lord. And then Barcelona, I watched the game. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it done. We got a draw. You know, if we would have got it done, we would have went 6 points clear of Real Madrid. Unfortunately, we had a draw. 1-1. Araujo made a mistake and didn't mark his man. Apparently, what the fuck is this club called? Real Betis is really good at corners or set pieces or whatever the fuck. So, yeah, they scored from that. Speaking of Barcelona, I just put a Barcelona player into SBC by accident. Fuck me. So, yeah, that was unfortunate for us, I guess. Well, I guess I'll buy this nigga again. But, yeah, that was tragic. It is what it is, though. We had an early goal. Did we? Who the fuck scored? From Gavi, my boy Gaviera. Gavi had a fucking game today. Shout out to fucking Gavi, my fucking dog. Lamine, you know, he you know, typical Lamine cooking. He just couldn't get it done. Their defense was really good today. So was ours. So it was just a good game. Like they said, today was a bad game. I think today was just a bad game for Yamal, maybe. Like just finishing wise, our attacking couldn't really get going. But a lot of people were criticizing Yamal. But I mean, I feel like he was still cooking. Like, you know, he was still dribbling and shit. It was just like that final end product. He just couldn't get it done. But other than that, he was doing decent. I think we'll be all right. Rafinha came off the bench. Why? I'm not really exactly sure. I don't know if it's because I actually have no clue. But yeah, he came off the bench for us today for Ferran. Ferran was the one who assisted Gavi on the goal. So, you know, I've been liking Ferran lately. He been hooping. I fuck with Birdie. But yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get it done. But it's all right. We're still 4 points clear. Real Madrid will have to win 2 games to pass us. And for us to lose 2 games, or yeah, a lose or a draw. Or if we draw the next 2, I guess if they win 2 games, they'll catch up. Right? Yeah, if we draw our next 2 games and they win the next 2, then they would catch up. But still, we're up on goal differential and goals scored against us. So, you know, I think we have a good chance. I think La Liga is ours. Copa del Rey, we're the favorites. We've already beat them twice. We beat them in the Super Copa. And we beat them last time we matched up in the league. I think we beat them, what, like 5-2 or something? I don't remember. One of them was like 4-0 and one of them was like 5-2. All right. Yeah, we beat them 4-0 and then we beat them 5-2. I swear we did. Yeah. We beat them 4-0, 5-2. So it's like, I think we're good against them. I'm not worried about playing against Real Madrid. I think we'll be all right. But yeah, we played Dortmund. Dortmund's not good this year, so I'm not worried about Dortmund either. I think our chances of winning the quadruple are on. I mean, we won the Super Copa de España, but I don't know if that counts for a quadruple because Spanish Super Cup was played in fucking Saudi. I don't know if they count that as a quadruple, but I think we could do it. I think we win. And we go for all 4 trophies. That's my goal, to win all 4. So, but we'll see what happens, man. Can't ever say nothing too early. I think my clothes are ready to be dried. I'll be right back.